Hi, I'm Gail Sibley. Welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to be doing a pastel demo and I'm going to be using Unison's 16-piece starter kit and Wallace paper to which I've applied some watercolor paint. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you think about this video, so please leave me a comment. We're doing apples today. Let's get going.
So I've drawn up my apples with charcoal on the Wallace paper already, and here I'm applying my three values. You can see that they are all warm. Here comes the lightest value. These apples are pretty much yellow with a little bit of hints of red, and they are sitting on a blue cloth. I'm just adding the second layer, putting in the sort of shadows that I see, quite a lot of reflected light from the blue cloth that obviously isn't in yet. And now I'm getting in that darkest shadow in that's been created with the light. So the shadow created by the apples. And now I'm putting more of that local blue color, the blue color that I see in the light of the cloth that's under the apples. But I've added this yellow in because the cloth has this warm light on it and it looks really warm. And working with a limited palette, you are continually trying to create the color that you see with a very small number of colors to choose from. So that's always a really good challenge. I'm now starting to refine the form. At the beginning it was really loose and I didn't really worry about it. It was sort of blobby, just getting those values down, and now I'm just refining. And I can see it's always trying to mix the color but also retain the value. And again, that's more difficult with a limited palette because you only have so much to choose from. So again, here we are refining, putting a little bit more details, and I'm continually looking at the setup. I'm working from life that you don't see off camera, and I'm continually looking. So I'm changing, looking, starting to put in those little, the darker, you can see I just changed there, put something in, no, didn't like that. So it's just an ongoing change. This is a piece that's done in 30 minutes, and it's now a 3-minute and 3.5-minute speeded up film. I'm putting those dark, that's my darkest dark, and it's the stems and the little bud ends of the apples. Little highlight, little shadows. So really going down more and more and more into detail, refining the shape of the apple against the background. This is a 6x6 piece, and so it's funny looking at the recording. It looks larger, but when I'm working on it, it sometimes feels very small. There's that little reflected light, little shadowing underneath the apples, and just keep refining. I'm using the side of my pastel and also the tip, just going back and forth as I need it. Putting those little darks, that's a check, just to see what it looks like. I'm always, again, looking for value, looking for color. You can really see that there's that red on that one apple, which I liked as a contrast. And it was an experiment with the composition too, the 3 apples facing the 1 apple. So we're just about done here, putting a little bit more light on that paper. One last check, and we're done. And there it is, there's the final piece. And these are the 10 pastels of the 16-piece set that I used. Thanks for watching.
And I'm going to be using, again, Unison, I don't know why again, okay, paint, just to give it some color. Right. I'd love to hear from you. So let me, yeah, whatever.